Hello, welcome to the BC podcast. My name is Beck. I am your host and creator. I just thought I would make this to give a little intro about myself and who I am. I'm Beck Cameron. I have thought up this and created this. And it was an idea that because I know some of the most inspiring, beautiful people that I've ever met in my life, and they're a big part of my life, I wanted to share them all with you guys. And hopefully they inspire you also. I learn from them all every day, and sometimes they're easy lessons and sometimes they're quite difficult lessons. And I am so big and passionate about self-development, personal growth, healing trauma, just being a better human being each day. And I do work on myself constantly. I'm not perfect, I'm nowhere near it. I have many faults and flaws, but I also have some really awesome points to myself. And I fall in love with myself more every day, which is great because it sucks being any other way. I began my self-development journey many years ago, pretty much as soon as I left home from the age of 18, but it really took off probably around 21. I went deep into it because I had a lot of shit coming up in my life and I was just tired of shoving it down constantly and it bubbling up at the wrong time. And I was like, well, I can't keep living like this, so I need to do something. And that's when I just went for it. And I haven't really stopped since. I work on my shit every day. And it's pretty exhausting sometimes. But it's like when you are going through a shift. So what a shift is for me is like I'll either see somebody to help me. I've been having certain issues at work or certain issues within myself, and I'll go, what the fuck is this? Please help me. And these people that I go see are very intelligent and very in tune with what they do, and they guide me into figuring it out for myself. And so once they kind of point out the things that I'm missing, I'll go away and I'll be focused on that. And I'll look for the old patterns that I'm repeating or things I'm maybe not seeing clearly. I'll try and adopt a new way of looking at them. And then the more I do that, the faster I get at being able to process something. And it can feel really, really shitty while you're in it. But once you get through it to the other side, it's just bliss. And that's what fuels most people to keep going. That's what fuels me to keep going. And I've just never looked back. And it's changed my whole world. Going from attracting really abusive people into my life to now attracting calming, gentle, kind, healing people into my life. And I did not know this world existed. And I've created this awesome community around myself. And that is where my passions lie, in trying to show other people who were in similar places to where I was that there is this other part of the world that is It's literally only, like, if you just turn your head slightly, they're there. Kind people are there, real people are there, authentic, genuine, willing to help you do better, willing to help you heal. There's heaps of people out there like that. So yeah, one of my passions is kind of introducing people into that world in a variety of ways. I do energy work with people. So I started up a home business and discovered that I'm really passionate about energy, and I can feel different things, and I can help other people to feel their own energy. And so I just create this space for people to come and let their body just do the work. So I just guide. I'm not a healer. I just facilitate your own healing. And I want to make that clear. Like, I'm not doing anything to you. You're doing it all for yourself because you're ready. And it's been awesome to watch people grow and shift their perspectives and get their own insights. And so yeah, I do that. I hold workshops from time to time. I give talks from time to time. It's all like, giving talks and stuff, and this podcast is all really new for me. I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more because I feel like I need to. And this isn't gonna, resonate with everybody, and that's fine. You just take whatever you need from anything that I or anyone else says, and you go with what you feel is right for you. I've really discovered along my journey that I will resonate with certain things some people say, and then years later I'll be able to understand the rest of what they were saying, which I really like that, because that means I'm now ready to hear what it was, or I have more of an understanding as to what they mean, whereas before it just sounded like gibberish to me. I just want to put more good out into the world. That's what this is about. And I feel like when people share their stories of where they've come from to where they are now and what they've learned along the way, it really helps me. So I want to be able to do that for someone. I want to help, basically, and I might not. I might not help. Now I got to be okay with that too. But I'm just gonna try keep making the world better, and keep having discussions with people about topics, and try and share different perspectives for people to understand on a different level that they might not have considered before. And really try not to judge, and try not to assume, and try not to put my shit on people, and just try and be aware of what I'm doing at all times. It can be hard. But what do I want to talk to you guys about today? I'm 29 years old. I'll be 30 next month. The reason why I started this podcast was Joe Rogan kept saying you should start a podcast, not to me personally, but just in general. And I'd love to meet him one day. And I felt like I had something to say, but I honestly didn't have the guts to do it. And then I did a mushroom journey. I love those guys. And they told me, you gotta start your podcast. You gotta get this shit out now. Just do it. Hurry up. So I'm trusting that this is what I'm meant to do. This is part of it for however long. It might end tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not gonna latch on to this or expect anything from this. It's just gonna be fun and hopefully insightful or inspiring to someone else. Excuse me, I'm just burping. And so, yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how it's going so far. I want to be able to talk about many things on this podcast, and one of them being psychedelics, which that's already begun happening. I feel for myself personally, so I've been through a lot in my life, and when I was younger, I was seeking out psychologists, counsellors, and none of that really helped me. And I know they're really beneficial for other people, but most of them just kind of sat there with their mouths open in shock, or would just listen and didn't really offer me any coping strategies. I don't know if I just happened to find the ones that were not quite as good as the other ones, or what. But it led me to psychedelics, and my first experience was ayahuasca, and I had read about that, and what I'd read, I thought to myself, holy shit, that's my cure. Like, if it's even true what it does, that is gonna help me. That's gonna give me answers. And yeah, I found it after about 5 years, and it did. I felt unconditional love for the first time in my life, and it changed everything. I was like, wow, I see the world completely different now. I feel like I have answers for what I've been through. I have the ability to heal what I had been through, because I was just carrying that shit with me. I hated everyone and everything for such a long time. I was really guarded, really negative, really in a victim place. It was all about me. And a lot of these things I still go there, but just not as much. Which is the whole part of it. You get better at correcting your behaviours and understanding them. And for me, since then, I've just gone and tried all, like, not all the psychedelics, but a lot of the psychedelics, because it's changed everything. I have gotten so much out of them. I feel like I'm communicating with the truth, if that makes sense. But I highly, 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 highly suggest that if you do try them with someone that has done them before, who's experienced, and not like out at a party or anything like that, just in a safe place, quietly, and with an intention of something you want answers to within yourself. Generally, you can ask things about life as well, but a good place to start is within yourself. And it can be really difficult when they show you things that you don't want to accept about yourself, like shadow work, for instance. All the parts of yourself that you don't like, when they begin showing you that, it's like learning how to love and accept those parts that you judge so harshly in yourself. But I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me. I'm still very new to them, I think, anyway. Each time I sit with a psychedelic, I am like, holy shit, I know nothing. And even So after a psychedelic, there comes the integration period to take in everything that you learnt. And I've been finding I'm getting more out of that these days than I was in the beginning. And I don't know, I think it's more just because I'm understanding things differently now. It's more obvious to me than it was before. And I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, integration. So no, it's gone. Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna stop and re-listen. Oh yeah, it was I know nothing. So even in the integration period where you're just going about your daily life, the second I think I know something about how the world is, how I am, how things are supposed to be, the universe just pulls the rug out from under my feet and shows me again, I know nothing. So I try to remain in that mind frame of I know nothing. And it's really difficult for the ego because the ego wants to hold on to something and then claim or make a statement that this is how something is, this is how it has to be. And that has been quite difficult for me because my ego's really large. And I've been learning heaps about what ego is and the many different facets of ego and the good points, the not as good points, the stuff that we need from ego and the stuff that we don't really need from ego. And yeah, that's been really, really interesting. But yeah, like even having conversations with other people that have done psychedelics or still do psychedelics, and what they get out of things is just incredible. You just get reminded of the beauty, you get reminded of your connection to nature, you get reminded of all the stuff you've forgotten about and how to take care of yourself better, which you're either neglecting yourself or you're forgetting to do or you're putting yourself last. And they're just there to help you, not harm you. You can harm yourself if you don't listen to yourself and you go too hard too soon, or you do it in the wrong mind frame or the wrong space. And there's so many variables to take into consideration when you're about to go into those other realms. And it's, yeah, I love the fact that science is catching up now too, and it's all being more accepted and even proven that there are other realms and there are things that we don't understand and how our senses are so limited. And, I don't know, I could go on forever, but yeah, they just changed my life in the best possible way. And I wouldn't be who I am today without them, and I wouldn't be who I am today without the shit that I went through either. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful for it. This year I have decided to address my biggest wound, the one that I run from. And last week I see a beautiful woman called Bridget, and I'll be having her on the podcast shortly in a few months. She's a psychologist and is very in touch with her guides. Does a thing called light language also, which I've now been able to tap into as well, which that is a whole other thing. Anyway, the last session that we had together really went into that wound, and I wasn't ready for how deep it went, and I felt every fiber in my body, every cell, every aspect of me, just especially my ego, like wanting to just run away and hide from that issue. And like, while I was a mess on the floor, I was thinking, like, holy shit, you decided that this is what you wanted to face, and now you're like face to face in a safe space with somebody pushing you to where you said you wanted to be pushed. She was doing it lovingly, of course, but I was like, holy shit, I didn't realize the amount of fear that was there. But once I think that this will be the biggest thing for me yet, and I'm excited to share with you when I get to the other side of that, because I think it will help a lot of people who have gone through similar things. Or maybe not. I can't presume to know anything because I don't know anything. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, this whole week has just been turbulent for me. In everything just shut down because I went there just briefly. I was like, oh shit. Fuck. Okay. And I feel like today I've just come back to kind of neutral ground. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. A couple years ago, I thought I was at the most difficult part when I was in the shit. Everything comes in waves, so that you'll go down into your hole, you'll come out of the hole, you'll be up, and you'll be loving life, and you go back down. You're like, okay, I'm back here. Let's do this. Let's feel this. Let's get it out, and move on to the next thing. And it's just this constant thing, but the rewards are freaking amazing. And I really, really hope that when you're ready, you find some beautiful people to help you, because there's shitloads of them. Naturopaths, osteos, kinesiologists, counselors, psychologists, spiritual counselors, Reiki people, energy medicine, tool making, shaman type people. There's all kinds of stuff, and shitloads of stuff I've never even heard of. Bowen, chiro, physio, all of that. Like, you store your shit in your body if you don't let it go. So I incorporate everything, physical treatments and spiritual, mental treatments, and then surrounding yourself with a really great network of people to support you and catch you when you fall, and kick your ass when you need it, and pull you up on your shit when you need it, and allow you to just be, without judging you, and just loving you, and fuck, that's another thing I'll probably say for another podcast, like, just realizing people actually give a shit about you. Holy fuck, that's mind-blowing in itself. So yeah, this is just a little bit about me. I'm excited about what this might become. I'm excited to have a variety of different guests on. I'm excited to see, what I learn about myself, because each guest that I've had, I've learnt a lot about myself already. And I'm very interested in what the next part of this holds for me. And please do reach out if you are stuck with something, I can't always give you the answer that you need, but I will do my best. And even if it's just you need someone to listen, I can do that for you. And I won't do anything that I'm not willing to do, but I will let you know if that's the case. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at bcpod, or you can email me beck@bcpod.com, and Facebook, the BC Podcast. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with you all, and I hope you get something out of any of this. And we're all excited for the journey. It's definitely about the journey, not the destination. The destination is you die, I think. Oh, I try to remind myself that all the time. But yeah, just gotta live this life, and you gotta make sure that you're, getting what you want out of the life. You don't want to spend it fucking miserable all the time. And learning is the best thing. But learning the tools to cope with shit, because life is going to throw shit your way. There's no escaping it. So yeah, learning the tools to cope, learning the tools to not get carried away with your ego and your wants, your greed, your all this stuff that's out of balance. But also, embrace all the shit. You're allowed to be a dickhead. Try not to hurt anyone, but you're allowed to be a dickhead if you want. You're allowed to be, off with the fairies if you want. However you want to be, just be that way. And people will take it or leave it. And there'll always be someone that loves you. I love you. And I don't even know you, but I love you. I love all humans. We're inherently good. And if someone's not good, they've had shit happen to them in their life, which has forced them to react certain ways. It's like that. But I'm really excited to connect with you all, and I look forward to getting better at doing these and speaking a bit better and learning more and having more interesting guests on. And there'll be a few regulars, I think. Got a lot of good feedback about Clay and Teresa, and they're keen to come back. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Lots of love. Bye.